topic today is about autism. As you all know, Marky, our son, has autism, specifically Asperger's, where it affects his ability to socialize and communicate effectively. And he is beginning to show signs of being able to verbalize his wants and his needs, but he still has a ways to go as far as being able to communicate with people, his own family members, in a trusting manner. Now, people with autism eventually become adults, just like everybody else. They're adults a lot longer than they are kids. And a lot of the information that we have out available is geared toward children and not to adults. And there's a lot of information out there that does not lend itself to showing us what can we do for adults who are going to transition from being a child with autism. In fact, at verywellhealth.com, they said that there's no absolute reason why there's relatively little written about adult autism. They believe that it's because most people are diagnosed at the age of 3 or younger, so their focus is on getting the children to be able to learn and to get basic skills for their childhood and their teen years, but then they kind of drop off after the adult years. It's almost like they forget that they become adults. Children who are adults become adults with autism. Matter of fact, when you turn age 22 with autism, there is a particular incident that happens where all the services are dropped. It's called the service cliff, where all the services drop off, whether it's for that we get as far as programs, therapy, counseling, all of those things that were available, a lot of them through the school system, they all drop off at the age of 22, so it becomes a struggle for those who are trying to make it in adulthood. And in fact, it says that there are teams, they work through things socially and mentally and physically to pass being normal, but you can't just make it go away. You can't pray it away. You can't assume that it's just going to go away as an adult. So, and she also brought out, author Lisa Jo Rudy said that adults receive services only through 3 agencies, and they're on a federal level. The 3 agencies are AIDD, Administration on Intellectual and Developmental Disabilities, DVR, Division or Vocational Rehabilitation, and SSI, Supplemental Security Income. And the issue is that that's all they get, and it's not equal. It varies state to state. Some states are more than have you get everything you need and more, such as Colorado. Then you'll go to a state like New Mexico where you might just get one of those services, if you get anything at all. And it depends on where you live in that state. So the issue is that the older they get, the less opportunities they have to help themselves. They need to continue residential funding, day programs, work programs and career support, recreational and community programs and therapies across all the states. And the main states that actually are geared toward helping adults on the autism spectrum is California, Massachusetts, Indiana, Vermont, and Colorado. They're more generous in helping adults on the autism spectrum, whereas Idaho, New Mexico, West Virginia, Montana, and Hawaii are the least generous, with Texas being somewhere in the middle, and they need to make improvements, and that's what I want to see. States need to support everyone, no matter where they live in the state, and the services should be provided across the board for everyone, no matter what state that you live in. Because it's already a challenge as it is to get services based on person to person. It varies. So we're not all going to get the same thing. It should not be a challenge because the state doesn't have it there available to us. Now, of course, if you look at it, that's a small amount of people who are generous in helping out. But not everyone who is on the spectrum actually needs all the services. There are some who have managed to survive and thrive and become celebrities or athletes or speakers in regards to the matter of autism, such as Dan Aykroyd, who's a comedic actor. Another one that comes to mind is Tim Burton, who's also a movie director. And last but not least, the late Steve Jobs, who was the former CEO of Apple. Now, the thing is, we want everyone to be successful, not just those who have celebrity status. We want everyone who are adults with autism to be successful in their life. Now, this is why the law that we want in place to be supportive of every single state to have a means for everyone to have it, even all the way down to the local level, to where adults can transition smoothly. Adult programs should not be such a drastic change state to state. It should be basically the same across the board. Government policies need to make it a basic human right that all services are available to everyone who need it, especially if you already have them already on the spectrum and you've already dealt, like we have dealt with countless times, going to counseling, going to meetings, filling out all these paperwork. So they're already in the system. So it should be easier for them to be able to get that information and pull it up, and it makes it easier to transition and to get that stuff available to everyone. So it's my hope that our son grows up to live a more independent life, and I hope that for everyone who has children who become adults on the autism spectrum, that they're able to live a long life as well.
We all break them at the same time. Awesome.